Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we are cracking open the session notes for a campaign called SugarFops Hit Hedone. And our mission really is to see how probably the most basic starter quest ever, rats in the cellar.
The absolute classic.
Right. How it didn't just go wrong, but kind of spiraled into, well, betrayal, environmental disaster, and even some, existential horror.
It's quite the case study in how players can just derail everything. These notes, they show this simple rat problem took 2 full sessions.
Wow.
Which, tells you a lot right there about maybe the focus or lack of it. We've got 5 adventurers here. Ash, the gnome wizard, Raythor, or Ray, the drow paladin, who's not exactly lawful good.
It is to lie and steal, basically.
Pretty much. Then Tap, the Hadozi rogue party animal, Sir Praxis, a very pompous dragonborn bard, and Tagliatelle, a fairy warlock chef, obsessed with pasta.
Okay, quite the crew. So the notes detail this first encounter. They find ratfolk warriors, one's actually bowing to Praxis.
Literally bowing in supplication. And what happens? Ray, the drow paladin. Yeah, him, he just attacks. No prompt, nothing. Attacks the bowing one.
Does he hit?
Misses. But only because the rat folk, jerked back in surprise, like, what is happening?
Okay, so immediate chaos.
And then Praxis, the bard, feeling maybe cornered or just being Praxis, escalates, breathes fire.
Oh boy.
Kills 3 instantly, badly burns the Rat King and their shaman, this Whisker Mother.
This is where it gets weird though, right? The shaman?
Yeah, the Whisker Mother. She manages, even while injured, to charm Praxis.
So the pompous bard suddenly feels sympathy.
Exactly. Total shift. He suddenly thinks, oh, they're just defending their home. It's a huge driver for what comes next. Because right then, the consequences hit. Ray gets hammered by a giant rat.
Critically hit.
Yeah. Goes down unconscious, starts having some kind of disturbing vision, and then the cavern starts rumbling, shaking. Yeah. You hear water.
Oh, man. So they're social failure immediately triggers an environmental collapse.
Pretty much. They manufactured their own crisis. And Tagliatelle, the fairy chef warlock, he actually tries to fix things. Uses telepathy on the Whisker Mother, warns her, says it's happening again, urges her to flee deeper towards these stone walls. So the rat folk retreat.
Okay, so they survive the initial fight, kinda. But the place is collapsing.
Right. Ash, the wizard, figures out the tunnels are flooding, and their chamber, the one they're in, will be totally submerged in exactly 3 hours.
Wait, 3 hours? Isn't that...
Exactly how long Ray needs to naturally regain consciousness.
That's some timing. Dramatic.
So the Rat King, Longtooth, comes back, alone this time, offers them a way out through those stone walls. It's some kind of temple to them.
What's the catch?
The party has to act as meat shields for the rat folk young on the way.
Oof, how does that go over?
Well, Praxis, still feeling that charm-induced sympathy, asks if the Whisker Mother can heal him. The king actually agrees. It looks like maybe, just maybe, they can salvage this.
But Ray wakes up.
Ray wakes up, and what's the first thing he does? Forget the deal, forget survival. He asks the king about, I kid you not, wealthy people or bankers nearby.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
While negotiating for their lives?
Yep. Just completely tanks the parley, starts making threats, challenges the king to a one-on-one fight.
Okay, so a duel.
You'd think.
Yeah.
King came alone. Ray challenged him one-on-one. But the notes are clear. The whole party jumps the king.
Oh, come on.
Total ambush. Tap, the rogue, eventually knocks him out.
Yeah, right.
Immediately walks over, kicks the unconscious king, starts looting his pockets.
Wow. Wow. That's bleak.
It gets bleaker. They find the other rat folk, the young, the Whisker Mother. Praxis asks again for healing.
And she says,
her exact words, according to the notes, I would rather all the young of our tribe die here and now than to see me give any healing to you.
Ouch. A curse, basically.
Pretty much seals their fate, morally speaking. They leave the rat folk to die, no sympathy left.
So they abandon them and head for these stone walls, the temple.
Yeah, follow a tunnel. It opens into this room with a big stream, like 5 feet wide, flowing through it. But it's not water. It's described as black blood of the earth.
Okay, we've left rats in the cellar way behind now.
Way behind. And Tap, the rogue party animal, he tastes it.
He tastes the black blood of the earth? Why?
Who knows? Just does. Reports it tastes fuzzy.
Fuzzy, right?
And right then, they hear this loud, raspy voice echoing. It says, laughter. Feed me laughter.
Okay, full horror territory.
And Tap feels something pushing at his mind. He thinks maybe it's some, powerful entity, an aboleth even, though none are around. And he decides to just open his mind to it, thinks maybe it's a source of power.
This is not going well.
So they rest, they actually level up somehow in all this mess, and Tap has this realization that, real partying has to include darker stuff too. Rage, grief.
That's an interpretation. Where do they go next?
Into this ancient dining hall inside the temple structure, and it's filled with skeletons, slumped at warped tables. Their mouths are all open like in a permanent rictus laugh, an eternal laugh, the notes say.
Are they just inert?
Nope. They start twitching, and they speak. Invite the party, join us, eat, laugh, be free of sorrow.
Chilling.
So this place feeds on laughter, maybe. Or forced joy.
It seems like it. It feels connected to that earlier cruelty, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Ray kicking the king, the party's sort of grim satisfaction in their choices. This entity seems to want that kind of joyous pleasure of pain.
So this group, they could barely handle some rat folk with basic decency.
Right. Failed utterly.
And now they're facing this ancient temple complex that literally wants to feed on laughter, possibly pain-fueled laughter. And Tap just opened his mind to whatever's calling the shots here.
Exactly. What force has gotten to Tap's head, teaching him about the pleasure of pain? And what happens next for a party that seems defined by its own cruelty, now facing something that mirrors it?
That's definitely something for you, the listener, to think about as you maybe look deeper into these kinds of campaign turns. A lot to unpack there.